Ass Napkin and the Killer.
No more bullshit. This is a Howard 100 News Brief.
I'm Mike Hambrick. Convicted killer Jodi Arias now communicating with Wack Packer Ass Napkin Ed through letter, not postcard.
She's not sure if she can do the postcard or the letter. So I got a letter. Well, some of the words I can't read. Well, she's smart. She uses big words, so take care, my friend. Tell Howard I said what's up. Let's see. You're welcome to visit, but I need advance notice. The turnaround on my mail is up to a month and a half lately, so it would be helpful if I had an email or cell phone number you can. So someone send you a quick message, text if necessary.
More irritating than shit on a shoe. This is Howard 100 News.
Howard Stern's satirical rant on top 40 DJs and their vacuous sound Wednesday.
6:45 in the morning, I'm Hall & Oates here with you. You know, we've got a great show in store for you today. We're going to be playing all the top songs for the year.
Vice President of Music Programming at Sirius XM Kid Kelly, himself a top 40 DJ, has a different perspective than the king of all media.
I look at it as a vocal entertainer. I always have. I never said, hey, I got to put my radio voice on. I said, I've got to entertain millions of folks, and I've got to make them feel better about their lives. I always look at it as a performance.
Professional wrestling, the big topic Wednesday around the Stern compound with the Iron Sheik in studio, prompting Stern staffers to fantasize about wrestling names and even entering the ring themselves. It's Howard 100 News behind the scenes.
Your dreams of being a wrestler, did you ever have a name for your wrestling character?
Bruno Slaughter.
I can't even say it. We heard from media producer J.D. Harmeyer about how much he loved wrestling back in the day. He was such a fan, he even came up with his own wrestling name, Strongman. Well, now we find out why writer-producer Sal Governale's wrestling name is Bruno Slaughter.
My two favorite wrestlers, Bruno Sammartino and at the time, Sergeant Slaughter, one of the greatest cage matches ever in the history of what was the WWF back then. Right. Against the Iron Sheik. It was amazing.
Writer-producer Richard Christie. What would your wrestling name be?
The Pumper.
The Pumper. What's the backstory on the Pumper?
Well, you know, I was a big wrestling fan in the 80s, and I also masturbated a ton in the 80s when I first discovered it. So I always thought, you know, those guys used to blow that dust in the other wrestlers' eyes to blind them. I always thought, well, the pumper would jerk off in the other guy's eyes and blind him. And that's when the pumper, you know, pins him once he's got his load in his eyes.
I believe that was what Mr. Fuji was going to do originally before they switched to the powder thing. Shuli Agar, Howard 100 News.
Another Howard 100 News brief at the top of the hour, or as close as we can get.
Howard 100.